Hello, my dearest friends. Welcome. I am VERAH ORHOBOR. I've been saying this, that hordes of demons have been released into Africa. And I want you to know that what we are beginning to see is not a joke. And it is going to get worse in the coming days if the church doesn't rise up to do something about it in terms of real praying, binding, and taking charge over the atmosphere. Now, you probably have heard about the equivalent of a EFCC chairman or minister in Equatorial Guinea, that all the X-tapes of his escapades have surfaced. Over 400 tapes of promiscuity with different women. President's sister, his own junior brother's wife, the wives of many national ministers, pregnant woman, and on and on and on. And he made the tapes, put everything on record. Now you may think that, oh, well, that's his own personal stuff. He's free to do whatever he wants to do. Do you think that these tapes are being released by happenstance? No, because the videos are out there and our young people are watching because it is a demonic attempt to just create this spirit of promiscuity that we are beginning to see. It is not a joke. It is not a joke. I also saw that a small girl, I don't think whether they say she's from Ghana or something, 22-year-old girl that is now doing adult videos and, you know, sleeping with 6 men. She said the next one she will sleep with 10 men, maybe 8 men, I don't know. Now, and it's being pushed out there. You will think it's a joke, but check how many people follow such people. It will tell you that a generation is being pushed into a lifestyle of promiscuity. And listen, when the Abuja area mama died, one of his or her or his video, he made a statement there. He said that as it was, you know, this transgender thing, you know, cross-dressing and all that, that how many young people have sent him messages. Oh, we want to come to Abuja so that you can put us through, so that we really like your lifestyle, blah, 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 blah. And she made a statement. She said she warned them, don't you dare it. This life of prostitution that I'm living in is no life to live. But you see, of course, they are not going to hear, because they will say, oh, if it's so terrible, why are you in there? I mean, you are cashing out. We want to be like you. And people look at this guy, what's his name? Bobrisky. And they think Bobrisky is a nuisance. Bobrisky is not a nuisance. The devil knows what he is doing. The devil knows what he is doing. He's using those kind of people as poster children, poster people for a lifestyle that he is pushing. And many of our young people are being caught in that web. And that is why, number one, if our government will look at this thing very well, I want us to note that when this thing begins to scatter, it's not going to select people's children, no. And of course, you know, the children of the rich have more access to internet and big devices. So you know that they are coming for your children. They are coming for your children. It is not a joke. They are coming for your children. And when you begin to see all this cross-dressing and all that beginning to gain ground, I want you to know that there is a push. There is a push from the kingdom of darkness. And something needs to be done very urgently. If you are a Christian, I want you to know that first thing that has to be done is for you to rise in prayer. I mean, when I say prayer, I mean prayer. I was at a prayer conference some years ago in Branson, Missouri, and a brother was sharing how that the Lord, you know, showed him that when the devil wants to take over a territory, you know, in a particular area, what he does is to send emissary demons who will just first of all go and then, you know, test the ground with a few, you know. And he said once the believers don't rise up and do anything about it, then those demons open up the portal in the spirit, and then they allow more ferocious demon to come in and take over that territory. And that is what we are beginning to see. That is what we are beginning to see. So a few emissary demons have been sent, and then if the church doesn't rise to authoritatively bind those things, we'll find out that before you know, this thing is everywhere. It's everywhere. Now we have our young people. Now, even young men are being RAPED. Okay? Seriously. Men. I've had to deal with some cases, and it is not funny. And this thing, I want you to know, is demonically orchestrated. And God is calling for his people at this time. If you are an intercessor, this is the time for you to pray. This is the time for you to pray. And I want you to notice, many believers, their prayer lives are down right now. You know why? It's part of the plan. Keep them prayerless. Keep them occupied, because it is while men slept that the enemy creeps in to come and do what he's doing. Now, I have heard that allegedly this guy from who had this different videos of from Equatorial Guinea, that right now he has tested positive for HI stuff. He has tested positive. So you can imagine, he has slept with over 20 ministers' wives. You see how the chaos right now that will be in that country. And the devil likes it so. Because many marriages are going to break. In fact, one of the ladies who was in one of those ex-tapes killed herself already. You can see the pandemonium that has been unleashed. Now, so I want you to know there is a spirit of promiscuity that has been released, and we need to come against it. They say, Pastor, you look at everything from a spiritual dimension. Life is spiritual, and that is the dimension that we must first of all attack this issue. We attack this issue because it is not a joke. It is not. And you know, sometimes I'm saddened that somebody will say, oh, I'm a believer, and you are saying, leave Bobrisky alone. It's not just, you know, just trying to catch cruise. Which cruise? That means you don't have a clue about the realm of the spirit. You don't have a clue. There is an attack against our young people, and we cannot keep quiet at this time. It's time for you to rise up and come against the forces, these forces that are against us. Please do something about it. In this generation, let it not be that you went to sleep. He said, while men slept, the enemy crept in. Men sleep when the devil introduces all sorts of business, you know. Sometimes it's business, sometimes it's this, you just get caught up in other things so that you leave the place of prayer. But God is calling each one of us at this time. It's time to pray. It's time to pray. Let's push back the forces of darkness. Let's say no to the kingdom of darkness. God bless you as you rise up and pray. Aggressive prayer. Aggressive warfare prayer. Warfare prayer. That's what needs to happen at this time. God bless you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.